And when you come from behind twice in a game of this magnitude, you've got to be delighted.
Yeah, I am. I'm pleased, both with the performance in terms of against the top team, like you said, in a difficult venue. We showed real courage and bravery to sort of stick to kind of playing the football we wanted to play, and that's 3 out of 4 away games we've had where we've had to come from behind, and again, the lads will get encouragement from that. Irrespective of sort of the circumstances of the game, if we stick to our principles, be really aggressive, we can get back into any game.
On the ball today, we didn't play that good. I think we're really good off the ball, really big rhythm, big intensity in the press, and I think we just missed that calm with the ball, to switch from the big and high intensity without the ball to stay a bit more calm on the ball and keep it and get the long attacks, and I think that's why we struggle a little bit today.
When you look at the changing room, I think the players a little bit down. They wanted to win this game. Obviously, yeah, it was a tough game, to be honest, in the both ways. I think both teams show in the proper Premier League side teams. So, yeah, I think it was a good game. But I think in the end, it was 1 point is fair, both teams.
We feel like that we lost 2 points. And especially the moments when we scored the goals. Obviously, the big moment that we had in the first half when Gavi has the huge chance to put it 2-0 and obviously the game changes. I think as well that we concede 2 goals today that we have to have some regrets about them.
Yeah, obviously the second one, Jorginho gets caught in possession. And in derbies, you get that because the pace is so unrelenting and quick.
But then you have to score, and that's the difference. And mistakes are part of football. We all made them, and we have to live with them.
Really good game, really enjoyable game. And when we look at it now, we're going to look at it through the risk and reward of Tottenham's approach to games. Starting with the risk side of things.
Well, I think the risk is that we know that Tottenham are going to try and play out because that's how they want to play, and I think that Arsenal do want to press high. They want to try and win the ball in an area where they've got a very short route to goal, and I think they started very well with that. I think Tottenham, seeing Tottenham in the way that Tottenham are going to play now, they're going to probably continue to play how they're playing because they've got joy doing it. You see Arsenal, the guys very much a great presser for us, and then you can see the rest of the guys, the trigger, there it is, winning the ball back, trying to win it in an area where you can punish them. This one, you see Vicario, I thought had a really good game, very, very competent game. He goes long and you're thinking, OK, they're going to change the strategy, but they don't. And this is where you believe that, yes, Arsenal finally done it. Maddison, look how deep he's had to come. Jesus nicks it off of him and you're thinking, bit of composure, bit of calmness here.
That's for 2-0.
That's for 2-0. And then, we would have seen what Tottenham really were made of in that respect. And, in the end, he misses the chance. And, it's a big chance to miss.
And look, it's not just in reaction to that one chance there, but it's what has happened this season. So is that your one area of concern at the moment? I mean, look at the shot conversion.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Because I think if you are going to try and chase down a City, if you are going to try and stay in that top 4 and try and win the league, then the chances you're creating through good play, what they've done there, good closing down, then you have to take those chances if those are the margins. If that's what you're doing it for, then you have to take the chance.
Which requires another number 9?
Well, we're talking about the margins now, and if that's you need to score those goals. 2-0 makes that a different game. We'd probably seen a different kind of Spurs because 2-0 down in the derby is different to 1.
So that's the risk side of things. Because you're a very positive person, are going to look at the reward side of things.
Well, there's been a lot of rewards, I think, since Ange Postecoglou's come to the football club. He's been very exciting to the fans, and Maddison has a huge part to play again. I mean, he's had a great time since he's joined Tottenham. He's been instrumental in all the good stuff he does, and they grew into the game. Yes, Arsenal come out with a fast start today, but you can see Kulusevski and Cole, they grew into the game. This is a big chance, of course, for Johnson arriving into the box, and we talk about who starts and goal. Ray makes an unbelievable save there, and it's fantastic to keep them in the game. But again, Maddison, there's no pressure on Maddison. He can do that simply down the side to Kulusevski, and again, they're attacking the Arsenal goal, and there's no panic here. There's no, they're just nice and calm from Kulusevski. Sarga's across into the box, and for me, Ray maybe is a bit advanced in his goal, and for me, maybe can help that over the crossbar. There's no danger then. He makes a good save. They managed to sort of scramble it clear, and we talk about Maddison again, and he's playing up against his mate here. Saka does him a bit of a kipper in a 1v1 situation, comes alive, and look at Son inside the box, Chappers. It's a brilliant bit of forward play, comes alive, and it's a great goal.
But this, for me, there's options, and this is where he's talking about, you heard Martin Odegaard talking about indecisiveness and the way we were passing, and this was one from Jorginho. He's got so many options, and bam, kind of like, he kind of falls asleep on that, and this, you're not going to You're not going to get away with that. Not with Maddison and Son. You know, that's the kind of thing. And I think that, again, you look at Maddison now, by now Declan Rice is off, massive amount of space here. And I believe in the end, you know, as much as I think a point is a great result, in the end, they could have, this should have been a better pass into Son. Son might be tapping that home, but like, in the end, you know, I think a point, we've got to take that point and be happy with it.
Well, Tottenham have also got to be happy. I mean, as Ange Postecoglou said, you know, they keep coming back. That's 4 of 6 league games. They've fallen behind and they're still unbeaten this season.
Well,
it is a different Tottenham.
It's a different Tottenham, and it's a Tottenham that have got a lot of belief in themselves. You know, they've, you know, you can't say Maddison, Udogie. I think the goalkeeper looked really, really competent, and Van der Ven. You know, they got a few players in very good form and a lot of confidence, and this will give them even more.
Do you think that Eddie Nketiah is slightly lucky not to have received a red?
Well, you don't like seeing people getting red cards, but, you know, for me, this is probably the most red card I've seen all season. You know, Vicario has passed the ball and he's so late, he's out of control of his body. That's
a horrible one.
That's leg breaking, you know. And I think just as it runs through, you can see he manages to get his leg off the ground a bit.
Just in time.
Even his knee chapper's twisting a bit there, like, and there's a yellow card, the referee sees it, but surely the VAR would say it's maybe worth a look at least, and I think that's violent, and he's very, very lucky.
Look, if you lunge at an opponent, that it lunges at an opponent in a way that endangers that opponent or with excessive force, then that would be a red card. I suppose the other argument is studs didn't go into him, so is that a mitigating factor?
Maybe, but like I think that you know, it was one where I think he's fortunate simply because the ball was gone. I think he was totally committed to it. I don't know if it's because of frustration how the game was going for him. He had one shot on target today. I don't know if it was frustration, but when you look at the ball had already gone, Shane, you know, that's where I feel that he was very fortunate to stay on.
He's totally out of control of his body as well, Chappers, and the speed he's coming at as well.